Raj, Srimad Bhagavatam, Gita, Lov, Premanand, Samavika Bhaktivinoda Gita. Alle hjerteligt forsamlede engle, alle hjerteligt forsamlede engle, alle hjerteligt forsamlede engle, alle hjerteligt forsamlede
Mikrofonen fungerer ikke.
Mikrofonen fungerer ikke, siger han. Kommer der lyd fra? Der er lyd der.
Vi siger ikke noget. Måske derfor.
Det er måske derfor, der ikke... Prøv nu.
Det var ikke nok, det var for lidt.
Hare Krishna.
Did you see my glasses? I just had them.
Just right there under your leg.
Oh, yeah. I will tell you that once I was sitting in the car, I think it was at lunchtime, a couple of years ago, and I was looking for my glasses. I was looking and looking, and I couldn't see them anywhere in the car. Then it turned out I already had them on actually. You tried that?
That's the time to get a stronger glasses.
Well, I mean, sometimes they have this, you know, here I can't find them. But actually, I actually was looking for searching for them.
Maybe one can a little bit tune up the amplification because I'm sorry that I never can hear what you say.
No? Okay.
No, it's you have to tune it up again.
Okay. Like this? A little better?
Sounds like normal, you know, now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm getting deaf, but I could never hear you what you say. I just can you do it more strong and be nice.
You didn't miss anything anyway.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
So, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 So we read from Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, chapter 9, the appearance of the demon Vritrasura. Text 51. Magavan Yata Badram Vaha Tajancham Rishi Sattamam Vidya Vrata Tava Saram Gatram Yachata Machiram Magavan Yatabadrambo Magavan Yatabadrambo
Magavan Yatabadrambo
Padancham Rishi Sattamam
Padancham Rishi Sattamam
Padancham Rishi Sattamam
Padancham Rishi Sattamam
Vidya Vrata Tapasaram
Vidya Vrata Tapasaram
Vidya Vrata Tapasaram
Vidya Vrata Tapasaram
Gatram Yachatamachiram
Gatram Yachatamachiram
Gatram Yachatamachiram
Gatram Yachatamachiram
Magavan Yatabadrambo
Magavan Yatabadrambo
Padancham Rishi Sattamam
Padancham Rishi Sattamam
Vidya Vrata Tapasaram
Vidya Vrata Tapasaram
Gatram Yachatamachiram
Gatram Yachatamachiram
Magavan Yatabadrambo
Magavan Yatabadrambo
Yadyancham Rishi Satatam
Padancham Rishi Sattamam
Vidya Vrata Tapasaram
Vidya Vrata Tapasaram
Gatram Yachatamachiram
Gatram Yachatamachiram
Magavan Yatabadrambo
Magavan Yatabadrambo
Tadyancham Rishi Sattamam
Tadyancham Rishi Sattamam
Vidya Vrata Tapasaram
Vidya Vrata Tapasaram
Atram yachachamachiram.
Atram yachachamachiram. Bhagavan yata bhadramvo.
Bhagavan yata bhadramvo.
Dadyancham rishi satamam.
Dadyancham rishi satamam.
Vidyavrata tapasaram.
Vidyavrata tapasaram.
Gatram yachachamachiram.
Gatram yachachamachiram.
Bhagavan yata bhadramvo.
Bhagavan yata bhadramvo.
Dadyancham rishi satamam.
Dadyancham rishi satamam.
Vidyavrata tapasaram.
Vidyavrata tapasaram.
Gatram yachachamachiram.
Gatram yachachamachiram.
Bhagavan yata bhadramvo.
Bhagavan yata bhadramvo.
Dadyancham rishi satamam.
Dadyancham rishi satamam.
Vidyavrata tapasaram.
Vidyavrata tapasaram.
Gatram yachachamachiram.
Gatram yachachamachiram.
Bhagavan,
Bhagavan,
O Indra,
O Indra,
Yata,
Yata,
go,
go,
Bhadram,
Bhadram,
good fortune,
good fortune,
Va, to all of you,
to all of you,
Tadanjam,
Dadyancham
to Tadanja,
to the Dansha,
Rishi Satamam,
Rishi
the
Satamam,
most exalted saintly person,
the most exalted saintly person,
Vidya,
Vidya,
of education,
of education,
Vrata,
Vrata,
vow,
vow,
Tapaha,
Tapaha,
and austerities,
and austerities,
Saram,
Saram,
the essence,
the essence,
Gatram,
Atram,
his body,
his body,
Yachata,
Chata,
ask for,
ask for,
Machiram,
Machiram,
without delay.
without delay.
Translation: O Bhagavan, Indra, all good fortune unto you. I advise you to approach the exalted saint Tadansha or Tadichi. He has become very accomplished in knowledge, vows and austerities, and his body is very strong. Go ask him for his body without delay. Purport: everyone in this material world, from Lord Brahma down to the ant, is eager to keep his body comfortable. A pure devotee may also be comfortable, but he is not eager for such a benediction. Since Bhagavan, the King of Heaven, still aspired for a comfortable bodily situation, Lord Vishnu advised him to ask Tadansha for his body, which was very strong due to his knowledge, vows and austerity. Bhagavan yatabhadranvo tadancham rishi satamam vidya vrata tapasaram gatram yachachamachiram. O Bhagavan, Indra, all good fortune unto you. I advise you to approach the exalted saint Tadansha or Tadichi. He has become very accomplished in knowledge, vows and austerities, and his body is very strong. Go ask him for his body without delay. Om Jnanasya Inandina Sadakya Chaksumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangum Lankati Grim Yat Kripa Tararan Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Namo Vishnu Vadaya Krishna Prashtaya Buddhade Shri Mata Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Deva Gauravan Prachayani Vishesha Shunyavadi Pastya Chakratayani Vancha Kalpatarubis Chakratasiddhya Eva Chakatikam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Bhakti-Gaura Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So now in these verses, I'm being introduced to the great saint Tadichi. he's called here Rishi Sataman, the best of all the saintly persons. We don't hear much about him. To my knowledge, this is the only place in the Bible somewhere he appears, and it's quite brief. He's mentioned here, and then the demigods will have a short conversation with him in the next chapter, and then he will give him his body, and this is what we hear about him. But an exceptional sage, nevertheless. Actually, even I mean, he's more than just a sage. He's a very great Vaishnava, very great devotee, and who has realized the essence of all religion, the essence of all conclusions. And actually, he'll speak one verse, which is actually, according to the verse itself and according to Prabhupada's purport, is actually the essence of all religion. And I'm not going to discuss that. That is in a week or two we'll get to that verse. But you actually, if you get that verse and meditate on that, it's you'll understand the essence of all religion in that verse. But here we have been introduced to Dadichi, and the demigods, they are asked to go and ask him for his body, which I think we already talked about that the last couple of days. Is someone, the irony of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The demigods are coming to ask for, please protect our bodies. Our bodies have been threatened. And then Vishnu says, yes, you go and get the body of the Dadichi, and then with his body you can protect your bodies. That is, first of all, very much the material world. We are exploiting, each other. I'm living at the cost of you, and that's the material world. It's a heavy competition for survival, where we are killing each other to survive. Here it's of course more refined, and the demigods probably also they get the point that they are attached to the body, but the teacher Muni is such an exalted personality that he will not care about his body. He'll be happily giving it if he can sacrifice his body for the higher cause of Krishna's interest. It's a theme that goes again, when the Ritasura, he appears. I mean, he has already appeared, but he's there. He will be fighting against Indra, and Indra is fighting for his kingdom. But Ritasura, he's simply again a pure devotee, happening to be in the body of a demon, which is, of course, a little perplexing and a little inexplainable. But that's how it is. He's there. He's acting as a demon, he's devouring the universe, but he's a great Vaishnava. That's what he's meant to do. So in the battle between Indra and Ritasura, Indra will seemingly come out victorious, but it will actually be concluded, no, Indra, he's a loser. He is staying back to suffer in the material world. Ritasura goes back home, back to Godhead. He is the actual winner. So this theme is there in this section of the Bhagavatam being contrasted. Staying in the material world, living for bodily comfort, and being transcendental to the bodily comfort and getting out of this material world. So the Dadichi, he's one of the most, you can stand in this, one of the most exalted personalities that has ever existed. And it's said here that he became accomplished in knowledge, vows, and austerities, and his body became very strong as a result. Prabhupada points out it's not that he was cultivating a strong body. He didn't go to physical exercise, fitness, bodybuilding to get a strong body. Just as a byproduct of his knowledge, his vows, his austerities, his body became extremely strong. Devotees are not really interested in a strong body. Prabhupada points that out here. Devotees, of course, they want a body to be fit for serving Krishna. And for that they will, just like if one has any other tool or machine that one uses in Krishna's service, one naturally keeps it in top shape. One has a car and one takes very nice care of the car because it's very useful in Krishna's service, so it should be, it should be maintained properly, driven properly, serviced properly, check the oil, check the gas, clean it always, it should always be in top shape. Not because we are attached to the car, or we think we are the car, which is what Prananda Swami says, this is what it means, ahankar, I am the car. But we don't think like that. But we think it's Krishna's car, and therefore it should be kept, maintained properly. We're not transcendental to the car. That's another philosophy. It's not Krishna conscious philosophy, but there's another philosophy says we are transcendental to the car, so we don't care about the car. We just, we drive it like hell. We don't check anything anyway. It's Krishna's car. It's not my car. Or should I, just like I don't care about. There's so many cars and not mine. I don't care about them. This is Krishna's car, so I don't care about them. So there's a philosophy like that. It's not Krishna conscious philosophy. Similarly, there's also a philosophy that I'm not this body, and therefore I don't care about this body. This is a similar philosophy, not Krishna conscious philosophy. Although sometimes it passes as we are very transcendental, we are very Krishna conscious. No, this is not Krishna conscious philosophy. The point is, this is Krishna's body, and He has entrusted it to us. So, although we should not be attached to it in that sense that if it's taken away from us, we should, okay, that's it. But when we have it, it must be maintained properly. We have to, it has to be fed properly, it has to be rested properly, it has to be, worked properly, and so on and so on. So it is in top shape. And but it's not the goal of the devotee. The devotee doesn't have this goal to just have a strong body, big muscles, look handsome, like that. That's demons are like that. They are so attached to the body that their whole focus is to, build a strong body, just like it's described with Hiranyakasipu and Hiranyaksha. That was a whole meditation, and their bodies became so as strong as steel and thunderbolts. That's demons. But also devotees, as a byproduct, they become very often very physically strong. And we have many devotees who were extremely strong. Tadishi is one of them. Mahatma is an example of an incredibly strong man. Madhvacharya is our Sampradaya Acharya, therefore Sampradayas, and Mahatma, there's Mahatma's Sampradaya, Ramanuja Sampradaya, Vishnu Swami's and Bhargava Swami's Sampradaya, which go back to Brahma, goddess of fortune, Shiva and the Kumaras respectively. So, but we're in the line of Madhvacharya, and incredibly, of course, exceptional personality, intelligent, learned, fantastic devotee. Even from his childhood, he was so, I think 5 years old, he was debating philosophy and defeating everyone. But then also he was incredibly physically strong, and also he had an amazing appetite. He would eat like anything. When he was a child, he once fell down into a big barrel of flour. So what happened? He ate all the flour. When his mother was looking for him, then he was just 4 or 5 years old. He couldn't find him. Then finally, I heard someone called him, "Mama, I'm hungry." And then they found him with this barrel of flour, and they said, "Oh," but there was no flour. He ate the whole thing. And he was strong. Madhvacharya was so strong. It's actually, they said there was no one who could compare it to the strength of Madhvacharya. He had, there was one case when there was a very strong man, and then there was a challenge between him and Madhva. I mean, just like a friendly challenge, just to see who was strong. Then Madhva, he put his foot on the ground, he put his toe, I think his big toe, and asked, move it. This strong man, he couldn't lift, he couldn't move Madhvacharya's foot. He was so strong. There was once when one of his servants was attacked by a tiger. Madhvacharya separated the tiger from the man. So, but it's not mentioned that he was born like that, and that was, he was naturally strong like that. So, and devotees are performing, are cultivating knowledge, following vows, performing austerities, and that makes one strong. This is a byproduct, and this is, of course, a focus of devotees. We are, this is our service. Actually, we are cultivating knowledge. We are performing austerities. We are executing vows, and as a service to Krishna, not independently, but it's part of the devotional service to practice vows, austerities, cultivate knowledge, and that makes one naturally strong. This is actually the basis of all strength. Basis of the source of all weakness is the opposite: ignorance, sense enjoyment, lose life, and what is the opposite of not following vows? Simply being, weak and like a dog. Actually, one becomes weak like that. But strength is there by following the principles here mentioned in connection with the Aditi. And this is the whole Vedic culture is centered around that knowledge, vows, austerities. This is actually human. This is human civilization. Below that, if these are not there, we're not talking about human civilization. These are unique human abilities. The ability, animals cannot cultivate knowledge, humans can. Animals cannot keep vows, human can. Animals cannot perform austerities, we can. These are the actually special gifts we've been given as human beings. And this is what distinguishes us from animals. Modern society has the idea that that animal life means human life, and that means and animal life means freedom. Like the concept of austerity is, although it's being practiced all the time because humans have the ability to perform austerity. So everyone is actually performing austerity, but there's no understanding of that. Actually, this is the real actual principle. This is what is the catalyst in any kind of progress, austerity. But it's a crucial quality of a human being. Austerity means one can perform what one doesn't want to do, or one can resist from doing what one normally would do, or meaning one can resist from doing what the senses and the mind want to do, and one can do what the senses and the mind doesn't want to do. This is human life. We have that ability, and the more we can, we have that ability, and the more we increase that ability, build it up, cultivate that ability, actually, the more we become humans, the more we actually become advanced. Just to let senses and mind loose is the opposite. It's not freedom. It's one of the of course, great illusions in the material world. That freedom means just to let loose and just, do what you like and just enjoy and throw yourself out into, any kind of sense enjoyment. And this way you can become free and you can become happy. It is one of the main philosophies or ideas pervading modern world. But we see that, it doesn't work. Nobody becomes free. Everyone simply becomes slaves, and especially become more and more slaves of their senses. Slaves of the mind, slaves of their senses. It's just more and more slavery, and it has nothing to do with freedom, although it's a rampant idea, very much rampant idea, I guess. Of course, this has always been there, but it's something that has been underlying in Europe for a couple of centuries or more. Actually, the whole idea of that came with democracy and liberalism and like that was based on this idea: just do what you like and become free. Ideas, of course, have many sources, but one great exponent of that was a French, I don't know if we call him philosopher, but he wrote some books, Rousseau, who was actually maybe the main person behind the French Revolution that was in 1789, which kind of introduced the great movement of democracy and so on. It started there in France. The people, or at least the revolution was there, and the king was dethroned and killed, and all the nobility were killed, and the parliament was introduced with elections and so on. And the main inspirer of that was actually Rousseau, who wrote a book about, I think, something about equality. It's a book about equality, that we are all equal. He wrote that in, a decade or 2 decades before the French Revolution, and that book had such an influence that actually triggered a whole movement and overthrown the old king. Someone said about that, someone said books are not, books are just books, what practical value has all this? Is just theoretical and like that. And so someone will say like that, and someone replies, it's a kind of a constructed conversation. Someone replied, yes, there was once a man, he wrote a book, and the second edition of that book was bound in the skins of those who said that books have no value. Because said it's just a book. Didn't get that. Books on the skin, like leather, is very nice to, for binding books. So the second edition of this book was bound in the leather from the skin from those who said that that book was a useless book. They were just killed. And that was about Rousseau's book. So anyway, Rousseau, he introduced the idea that we should be free. We should just do what we like. It was in the past, before we became civilized with all the rules and laws and morals, and we were, and we obliged to each other like that. Before that, in our original condition, we were just free. We were moving